but I am allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with that same country. In other words, I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. I'm even allowed to impose a foreign country-destroying embargo. I can embargo. I can do anything I want, but I can't charge $1. Because that's not what it says. And that's not the way it even reads. I can do anything I want to do to them, but I can't charge any money. So I'm allowed to destroy the country, but I can't charge them a little fee. I could give them a little two-cent fee, but I cannot charge under any circumstances. I cannot charge them anything. Think of that. How ridiculous is that? I'm allowed to embargo them. I'm allowed to tell them you can't do business in the United States anymore. We want you out of here. But if I want to charge them $10, I can't do that. It's incorrect. Their decision's incorrect. But it doesn't matter because we have very powerful alternatives that have been approved by this decision.
Isn't it funny how President Trump is able to use executive orders to have his way, but when it comes to releasing the unredacted files, right, then he can't use any executive powers. But anyways, here's what the Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, has to say about this whole tariff saga.
This strategy is about protecting Canada's sovereignty in its fullest sense. In other words, our ability to act independently in that more dangerous and divided world. And to be clear, this strategic autonomy doesn't mean isolation. It means being strong enough to be a partner of choice rather than a dependent. It means building a domestic defense industrial base so we are never hostage to the decisions of others when it comes to our security. It means diversifying our partnerships so that we're resilient against any single point of failure.
And you know what? If it took Donald Trump to help Canada get to this conclusion, then I say it's all for the best.
And that's why the build, partner, buy framework at the heart of this strategy matters so much. When we build at home, we develop our sovereign capabilities in aerospace, digital systems, naval construction, space. Those capabilities that ensure that Canada can defend itself under any circumstance. When we partner with trusted allies in Europe, the United Kingdom, the Indo-Pacific, we access capabilities and technologies that strengthen us both. By diversifying these partnerships, we reduce our exposure to any single alliance or any single decision that we don't control. And defense depends on complex supply chains, from critical minerals to specialized components. Accordingly, we're launching the Canadian Defense Industry Resilience Program to secure key supply chains for our armed forces.
And you know what? I don't agree with everything that Mark Carney does, but when it comes to dealing with DJT, I think that there's no better suited person than Mark Carney. All around the world, even compare him to all of the European leaders that have been tap dancing for DJT. Mark Carney has been the most adult inside of the room. In my opinion, of course, I could be wrong. But let me know down in the comment section below, what do you think about this? Because I looked at the comments in some of these clips and you see some Americans, they're like, oh, drop Canada. They're like outraged by the Supreme Court's decision to rule Trump's tariffs against Canada as illegal. They've been really angry, lashing out at that. And then you have some Americans that they're like, we stand with our Canadian brothers. So opinions are divided on this one, but I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. Do you agree? Do you disagree with Mark Carney, with Donald Trump? Who are you with here? Do you think DJT is the a-hole, or do you think Mark Carney should just roll over and let DJT have his way? Let's talk about it down in the comment section below. Be sure to give this video a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.